in one of the world's most beautiful and remote countries take a bloody turn. Gunfire, tear gas, and rock throwing are all reported today in the capital of Tibet. We've got the latest for you. All right, so this place we know should be known for peace, right? But that is not what is happening here lately. Buddhist monks demonstrating for independence from China. Ethnic Tibetans join in, and soon the streets are filled with screams, with gunfire, with rioting. And so far, the Chinese government has refused to allow CNN to even enter Tibet. Our John Voss brings us what he knows. He's in Beijing.
The latest information from our sources in Lhasa tell us that the streets are basically deserted except for patrols by police cars and armoured military vehicles. We're told fires are still burning and phone lines are still down, but electricity has been restored, and the situation there now is described as relatively calm. But these protests do appear to be spreading to the east of the country. CNN received these photographs from Gansu province, where there is a large Tibetan population. According to Students for a Free Tibet, about 2,000 protesters took to the streets earlier today. They were there for about 3 hours. They flew the Tibetan flag and called for an independent Tibet. All of this comes after days of unrest in Tibet, after monks were marking the 49th anniversary of a failed uprising against Chinese rule. And what could be worrying here for Beijing is that these demonstrations are being joined by ordinary Tibetan civilians, lay Tibetans. The targets here are ethnic Chinese. We've been told by one Chinese woman that she was attacked by Tibetan rioters. Her injuries sent her to hospital. Also under fire here, Chinese-owned businesses as well as government offices and also the security forces. According to US-based human rights groups, the three main monasteries on the outskirts of Lhasa have now been surrounded by Chinese troops and they've been sealed off. We've also heard over the last couple of days, according to human rights groups, that more than a dozen monks have been rounded up and arrested, and there are reports, unconfirmed, that at least 2 people have been killed. Beijing has now moved to seal off Tibet, banning foreigners and journalists from travelling there. Flights and train services have also been cancelled. John Voss, CNN Beijing.